Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of our weekly video with Chinex FX. So this is probably going to be our last video for the year. So we're going to be, doing a top-down analysis of XAU USD from the monthly time frame down to the 5 minutes time frame, so we can, see how to prep ourselves for the year ahead of us, 2025. So we're going to be picking out key resistance levels and support levels that we can, position ourselves to gain massive from every move that XAU USD makes for the coming week and year, guys. So join me as we dive in. Alright guys, welcome back. So this is XAU USD gold on a monthly time frame. So as you can see, the price is currently on an uptrend. It's currently trending to the upside, and I'm just going to mark out a few zones right here. One of them is this zone, which is a key resistance level of which price broke out from. So price looks very bullish for the monthly time frame on XAU USD, but we still expect price to come down to retest this zone right here and then confirm its continuation to the upside, guys. Since it still looks very bullish, we expect price to come back to retest this zone, thereby turn it into a valid support before continuing to the upside, guys. Price still looks very bullish. So we are going to move over to the weekly time. So right here is the weekly time frame for XAU USD. As you can see, guys, you can see that price was ranging in between these two zones. This is the zone we marked out on the monthly time frame. As you can see on the daily time frame, price was ranging in between this zone. So I'm just going to mark that out real quick. So right here on the daily time frame, price was ranging in between this zone right here and this zone right here, and we had that price broke out of this zone right here. Normally there's supposed to be a retest of this zone, to confirm the movement to the upside, but price just kept breaking above and moving forward. So we are going to mark out a support zone right here on the daily time frame. This is a valid support zone right here. I'm just going to be marking this out. So we expect price to come back down to this zone, since it has given us a sign of a double top right here. We expect price to come down at any point in time to retest this zone before continuing to the upside on the weekly time frame, guys. But in a case where price breaks below this zone, in the case where price breaks below this zone, in the case where price breaks below this zone, then we will expect price to give us a confirmation, much like a retest, before continuing to this support, this resistance level. This was a resistance we marked out on the monthly time frame. Expect price to give us a confirmation before continuing to retest this resistance level right here, thereby turning it into a valid support, guys. So right here on the weekly time frame for XAU USD, we are expecting price to drop a little to either respect this zone right here before continuing to the upside, or if it breaks below it, we should expect price to give us a confirmation, much like a retest, before continuing to the next previous resistance level, thereby turning that level into a support level, guys. So we are going to be moving now to the daily time frame, so we can also pick out some zones that we need to be looking out for, guys. Alright guys, so right here on XAU for the daily time frame, it still looks very bullish right here, but we can notice that there was a break of a support level right here. We had price breaking this support level on the daily time frame for XAU USD, and then it gave us a double top right here, which signified that price is going to drop. So just like we expected for the weekly time frame, we are going to be expecting price to drop. This is a confirmation right here. This is one confirmation, so we'll expect another confirmation. So we are going to be marking out, just going to mark out this zone right here, and then I'm going to be marking out another zone right here, which is this zone right here, guys. This zone right here. So as you can see, price broke below this support level, confirming price to the downside. So right here we expect price to continue downward to break below this support zone, give us a confirmation before continuing to the downside. But in a case where price just reacts at this zone and then continues upward to break above this resistance level, then we could look out for possible confirmations that could confirm price moving to the upside, guys. So that's basically it for the daily time frame on XAUUSD, we are going to be moving over to the 4 hours time frame, so we can also pick out some zones that we need to be looking out for, guys. Alright guys, so welcome back. So right here on the 4 hours time frame, we have that the market is currently, XAUSD is currently trending in between, or it's currently moving in between this triangle right here. As you can see, it's currently moving. So we had our first touch, our second touch, our third touch, and our fourth touch here. So we could expect a retest of this trend line before price continues to, this zone. So we could expect price, depending on how the market opens, we could expect price to retest this trend line before continuing to the upside to this zone right here. But to confirm this move on the 4 hours time frame, we will wait for price to get to this zone. So I'm just going to use a rectangle to mark out the zone. We will wait for price to get to this zone right here. This is our support zone, before we can look out for possible confirmations and then take our entry. But another confirmation we could also wait for is price breaking above this resistant level. We could wait for price to break above that resistant level, giving us something like this, a break above the resistant level, and then a retest of that resistant level, turning it into a valid support before we could buy price to the upside, guys. So we will still move over to the 1 hour time frame, so we can also pick out some key zones that we also need to look out for on the chart, guys. Okay guys, so right here on the 1 hour time frame, it's not very different from what we see on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, it's just going to be a magnification of what we are expecting. As you can see right here, we have that price is currently moving to the upside. I'm still going to be using a trend line to mark this out. We have price currently moving to the upside. So right here, guys, we are going to be marking out a resistant level right here. This is a resistant level right here, and we are going to also be marking out a support level. This is a support level right here on the chart for XAUUSD. So right here, we expect XAUUSD, since it has been respecting this trend line, we expect XAUUSD to continue upward to break above this resistant level, give us a confirmation that we can buy price to this level, guys. Give us a confirmation that we can buy price to this resistant level, guys. So what we expect price to continue upward, since it has been respecting this trend line, break above this resistant level, give us a confirmation before continuing to the upside. But in a case where price moves below this trend line and then comes to this zone or breaks below this zone, then we could look out for possible confirmation of sales, shorting price to the downside, guys. We are going to be entering the 15 minutes chart, so we can also pick out some zones that we need to be looking out for. Right here on the 15 minutes chart, guys, right here on the 15 minutes chart, I think some zones are pretty clearer right now. So I'm just going to be marking out a very valid support zone on the 15 minutes chart. So we have this zone as a very valid support zone, right here, and price has retested this zone. This is the first touch, the second touch, and this is the third one. Since price has been unable to break below this support zone, which means we expect price to continue upward. So we still expect some bullish move from XAUSD on the 15 minutes chart, because you can see right here price has broken above a high. So we need to be looking out for confirmations on the lower time frame that gives us entry for us buying price to the upside, guys, to this resistant level or possibly the next resistant level, which is right here. So we expect bullish moves for XAUSD on the 15 minutes time frame. Alright guys, so right here on the 5 minutes chart, we can see that price was consolidating right here. I'll just still mark out other zones. We see right here that price was consolidating. Yeah. So you have that price is currently consolidating in between these two zones right here. As you can see, price is consolidating. So what we need to be looking out for on the 5 minutes chart on XAUSD, we need to be looking out for price breaking either above this resistance level or below this support level, guys. If price breaks above this resistance level, what we need to be looking at for are confirmations. Confirmations are very important because they, help you validate every trade you take. They help you, make sure that you're not falling into the wrong trade. So we are going to be looking out for valid confirmations right here that confirms price movement to the upside right here, or this resistance level just above. But on the flip case, if price decides to break below this support level, you're still going to be looking out for valid confirmations that confirm price movement to the downside, and then you're going to be buying price, you're going to be selling price or shorting price to any support zone just close by, guys. So that's basically it for XAUSD analysis from the monthly time frame down to the 5-minute time frame, guys. So you also want to be looking out for key resistance and support level, and then you want to be taking note of how to take your entries and the confirmations of each trade before you take them, guys. So I'll see you in the next video. You can also do well to like and subscribe, and also turn on the notification for our YouTube video just so as to get notified on whenever we post our YouTube videos. And also do well to follow us on all our social media handles. The links will be displayed on the description of the video below. You can also join our Telegram channel. We also offer a lot of premium services, of which I am sure you would be interested in. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. See you next year, same time, same channel. Merry Christmas and GMGM, guys.